Good afternoon. This week we are reading Parshas Vayishlach. So our story has Yaakov has decided to return home, and he realizes that he's got to get past his brother Esav, who has had sworn to kill him. This is years later. This is actually 36 years later. There's 14 hidden years in the Torah of Yaakov on his way to Lavan took a detour. So it's many years after the incident, yet Esav is still harboring ill will, and he's afraid he wants to kill him. So Yaakov is finds out that Esav is coming towards him because Esav somehow was keeping tabs on him, and he's got 400 armed men. He's got an army with him, and Yaakov's a bit concerned. So Yaakov prepares for battle, and the Torah tells us three different different ways that he prepares, which is how even today we should prepare for battle. One is diplomacy, so he sends some gifts to try to appease Esav, make him friendly, say don't kill me. So there's an aspect of diplomacy. Two is he prepares for actual battle, where he splits the camp so that in case one gets attacked, the other one will escape, right? He's preparing himself for battle. And the third is prayer. And he prays to Hashem. And today also, that's the method that we are supposed to deal with whenever we have some type of battle, is you have to obviously prepare for war in terms of the fight, but you should also be trying diplomacy to not have the fight, and at the same time, you have to pray to Hashem. In his prayer, so he says to Hashem, Hatzileni na, please save me. Miyad achi, from the hand of my brother. Miyad Esav, from the hands of Esav. And the famous question is, why does it say, please save me from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esav? We know his brother is Esav. What it should have said, first of all, he has one brother, and his name is Esav. And we know that Esav is his brother. So theoretically, you could say, why does it need to say both brother and Esav? But okay, you could say, please save me from my brother Esav is a reasonable way for the Torah to say it. But why does it say, please save me from the hand of my brother and the hand of Esav? That seems to be superfluous. And why would the Torah write it that way? And that's the question. So Rashi gives an explanation. He says, oh, what he's saying is that please save me from my brother, who doesn't act like a brother towards me, but rather he acts like Esav, the wicked one. And so save me from my brother, who doesn't act like, in other words, from Esav, who acts not like a brother. Okay, nice explanation. There's a beautiful explanation given by the Beis Halevi. The Beis Halevi says as follows, that Yaakov is putting his prayer out to Hashem, and he's clarifying, what exactly am I praying for? I'm praying for two things. I'm praying for you to save me from my brother, and I'm also praying for you to save me from Esav. And you can say Esav is my brother. So there's two different aspects here that he's asking from. One is my brother, as in someone who wants to act towards me like a brother, and the other is Esav, who wants to act towards me like he wants to kill me. I need you to save me from both of those possibilities, because obviously, if Esav's coming to kill me, I need to be saved from that. That's for sure. There's no question about that. So please save me from Esav coming in his battle mode and his wicked ways, but also save me from Esav, who might be coming towards me as a brother, because Esav as a brother is not really a very good thing for me. And we just learned the other day in our Pirkei Avos class that one should distance themselves from bad neighbors and not connect to self, and don't become close to wicked people. Yaakov is saying, I don't want to be close to Esav. He's a wicked person. And if Esav is going to come and befriend me and try to be close to me, I'm going to have a hard time with that, because I'm going to be in his proximity. I'm going to learn from his ways, and I'm going to pick up his values, and not just me, but my descendants. And it's going to take us away from our values and take us away from being close to God. So please, Hashem, save me from that as well. And this idea is really It's the story of the Jewish people, because we know that we say Masa Ava Simul Abonim, what happened to our ancestors, the forefathers, is a sign of what's going to happen for the Jewish people in the future. This is just history repeating itself. That throughout our history, in our exile in particular, right, we've had different types of places that we've been in. We've been in places where they hate us directly and they try to oppress us and try to kill us. And then there's other places where they befriend us and want us to assimilate into their culture. And that also causes destruction. And in particular, we have the Hanukkah story as we're coming up to Hanukkah, right? The Hanukkah story is one where the Greeks were not actually trying to kill us. They only wanted to kill us when we didn't want to do what they wanted. But their goal was to assimilate us. They wanted to be like us. Just do our thing. Do our Greek culture. We're happy for you to be part of us. We're not looking to destroy you guys. We're looking to destroy your culture. We're looking for you to stay as part of us. We want to be friends with you, but we want you to be like us. And that is the reason why the Maccabees ended up fighting. It wasn't because they didn't have political independence. The reason why they was fighting was because their way of life, their observance, their ability to study Torah, to observe Torah was being threatened, and they weren't able to do that. And that was a threat to the future of the Jewish people, culturally, spiritually. And therefore, they rebelled. And that idea is something that Yaakov was very much aware of. And Yaakov understood that it's not just that we have to be afraid that people are coming to physically destroy us, but if they're coming to spiritually destroy us, it could be that's their intention. And sometimes it might not be their intention. It might just be that's what happens. Not every single person who's doing things that are wrong and against the Torah are necessarily coming to make us bad on purpose, but it happens that they're going to influence us, and those influences we want to stay away from. And that's why the Yaakov says, "Please save me." And in fact, what happened in the story of Yaakov, as we go a little further in the story, is first, of course, he was saved in the sense that Esav changed his mind, right? Esav decided not to kill him. But then Esav said, "Why don't you come with me? Let's go together." And Yaakov came up with an excuse. He said, I can't go because I got all these young sheep. They can't move so fast. We got to move a little slower. You go ahead. I'll be right behind you, right? And then, of course, he doesn't end up following him. And that's how he keeps his distance. And that is the lesson that we have for ourselves as well, that yes, we may be in situations where they're literally trying to destroy us, and we have to combat that, and we have to do that with all the different methods that Yaakov has shown us in terms of be prepared for battle, try to do diplomacy, and certainly pray to Hashem. But when it comes to when they're trying to bring us close to be affected by the culture, then truth of the matter is there's no battle there, and there's no gift there. There it's all about praying to Hashem and keeping our distance to make sure that we maintain our own independence in terms of our ability to follow the Torah and to be able to go in Hashem's ways. We will